The objective of the load die cut station is to position the pad in the press. The equipment used during this process is the press with light curtain, pallet jack, and chair. The materials used during this process are pallets and the observed part, which are the pads. These photos depict the load die cut station and the dimensions of the workplace. Considering the worker height is about 6 feet 2 inches or 74 inches tall, this affects how the employees interact with the product and equipment throughout the day. The process for the load die cut station is to retrieve the pad and position it in the press. Then the pad's position is inspected in the press and the palm buttons are pressed to cycle the press. Some irregular tasks observed are to retrieve the pallet jack and use it to position pallets of pads for loading. It was noticed that awkward postures and forceful exertions were observed from the employees to interact with the workspace. Forceful exertions, sideways bending of the neck and torso, elevated arms, and inward rotation of the forearm is required to lift the pad above the head and position it in the press. Forceful exertions are required when using the pallet jack, while continuous sitting is seen when loading the press. Extended reach in front of the body, inward rotation of the forearm, and forward bending of the neck and torso are required to position pads at load point in the press, while elevated arms are seen to press the palm buttons. To summarize this process, the load die cut station is a medium to high-paced job requiring forceful exertions to lift and position pads in the press. In addition, awkward postures of the torso, neck, and arms were seen, and localized contact stress between the hands and fingers and edges of the pads were observed as well. The following recommendations are made for the load die cut station tasks. Investigate the use of video feedback, as in cameras and monitors, for positioning pads in press to decrease posture stress. Consider using an adjustable height table for the pallet of pads in order to decrease posture stress and forceful exertions. Consider using sit-stand chairs and chairs with adjustable height backrests and a 5-arm base to decrease sustained exertions. Investigate alternate palm button locations to decrease posture stress. Investigate alternate press loading locations and methods to decrease posture stress and forceful exertions. Thank you.